Hi, I'm AK, and I wanted to show you Frank Gehry's huge new project in downtown LA. It's a whole city block. It's massive. I feel like the public doesn't really talk about buildings and they don't talk about what's being built because we don't have the information, you haven't seen the photos, and no one explained to you what they're trying to do. But I'm going to explain to you what he's trying to do. This building is 2 towers. One side is an apartment building or condos, and the other side is a hotel. So the reason they've done this is because a building is a business. Buildings have to make money or no one would put money into them in the first place. And this building is costing $1 billion, and I have no idea how they will get their money back. That's an absurd amount of money. One thing I really like about this building is that the bottom floors, it looks like 3 levels of restaurants and bars, which is amazing. We don't have this in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is completely flat. It's an entirely flat city. And we have skyscrapers in the middle, and you can be at the top, or you can be on the ground, and there's not much in between. So what's cool about 3 stories is that you have all of these different people watching people in the street, and people in the street watching people at the restaurants. That's amazing. That's like New Orleans or other cities where you have different levels. So one thing I think that's kind of weird at an architectural level is that anytime you have 2 of anything, you compare them, right? So you have the short one, you have the tall one, you have the fat one, you have the fancy one. You start putting adjectives on it. So I think that's a little bit of a weird choice. Of course, twin towers are iconic. You can think the World Trade Center or Kuala Lumpur. But here we have 2 that are like, you know, one's kind of little and one's kind of big. Weird situation going on. One of the towers is really tall and has a lot of detail. And the other one is kind of like the sad cousin, and it just looks like a pile of boxes, truthfully. The hotel tower definitely costs less. It is shorter, it's more basic, and it just looks like a pile of boxes. And to me, a pile of boxes will always look like alphabet blocks. You know the wood alphabet blocks from the 15th century or something? I don't know. Alphabet blocks. I like to believe in progress and the exciting future, and here we are in the 21st century. And instead of this being something, you know, awe-inspiring, I feel like it's a reminiscence of playing with alphabet blocks at your grandparents' house, like in the parlor or something. I really don't understand. A hotel tower looks primitive to me. And I think it's structurally sound, right? It's not gonna fall down, but I think it's lazy.
And so now I'm going to build $1 billion worth of alphabet blocks for Los Angeles.
So the second tower is really weird, and I think it has a split personality. So it starts out, you know, same blocks, we can hang, we're all the same. Then it gets a little skinnier, and then all of a sudden this like normal, fancy tower rises out of it. I think that the residential tower thinks that it's better than the hotel tower. If this building was a person, I would ask it, you know, who are you? Like, what do you stand for? Do you need therapy? You know, or is it too late? In the middle, we have this plaza level, and I think it's for hotel guests and paying customers, and you can wander around and take selfies. And one thing I think is really funny is that there's a sculpture that looks like a scribble. And one thing I wonder is sometimes in architectural renderings, they put a placeholder, you know? So it's clip art, or I'll get to that later, but I don't know if this is clip art or if this is actually like the master plan and this is like the great final design.
Hey, I'm the dude who did that building across the street, you know, like the Disney Hall, and it looks like this. It looks like this.
I think this building is a little confusing, a little split personality. I love the public engagement at the base, a little confused by the, you know, Victorian playtime in the middle, and then I think there's kind of this elitist tower coming out of it. It doesn't just matter what I think, it matters what you think about this building. So what do you think about this building? Let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to fight about architecture any day, bring it on. $1 billion is a lot of money. $1 billion is a lot of money. That is bonkers.